Hola everybody, and welcome to the launch of our very, very special ODS. We're talking Bizarre-Ology, the ultimate stand-up plaque collection. 20 beautiful plaques and beautiful opportunities for you to get creative. And that is what I absolutely love about Bizarre-Ology. I have to doff my hat, if I was wearing one, to the samples here. They are incredible. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can achieve with these fabulous plaques. Speaking of fabulous, can I introduce you to the lovely Janie, who I have not worked with in ages. How are you? It's been a long time. Now, Janie, what's going on? Because you're telling me you're nervous.
I am nervous.
What's going on? Why are you nervous?
It's like the launch of my new DVD-ROM. I think we've gone crazy with this offer, to be completely fair.
It's a great offer.
It is.
It really is, and I'm going to break it down for you. You've got nothing to be nervous about. Ben, floor manager's there as well.
He said if I get too nervous, he'll take over the demos and do it for me. He said he's watched me enough times, it'll be fine.
He's a hero, that man. You've got sturdy hands waiting to help out.
Now he's looking nervous.
We're already busy. Look, genuinely, what I love about Janie is she is a crafter. She's passionate about what she brings you here with Bizarre-Ology. Now, can I just explain something? This is it's an important point. I was chatting to the team, and we were kind of discussing how best to get this across, because just real briefly, there are rules. You know, when we say we show a regular retail price, we can never lie about that. And what happens to a degree that when we show a saving, sometimes you might hear the presenter say, you've got a £12 saving, but you're actually saving more. Because what we always have to do in the savings is feature the lowest price you could get a bundle. So I'll explain that, because you could get this bundle by taking advantage of a pick and mix, where you get, and you can find it on the website. So if you take advantage of pick and mix and then get one of the sets individually, that accounts for the £12 saving, okay? But here's the thing. If you were to get all of these sets individually, so forget the pick and mix, because you've got a £4 saving on the pick and mix. If you were to get all of these individually, it would cost you £49. So, and 95 pence. So I know we're saying a £12 saving, but you could spend a lot more just buying these sets individually. It genuinely, when Janie's saying it's a good price, it really is. But also, just going from the style merits of the set, Janie, you've done such a good job. Look, firstly, we've got the swinging door plaques. These are great. So we're getting a set of 4 there with those different, you've got sort of landscape and portrait. I'm very careful. That could have been bad. It's kind of held out, so don't worry. I'll fix it. Don't worry. We're in firm. Don't worry.
That could have been really bad.
It could have been bad, but the crafty gods are with us. It's fine. So you're getting a set of 4 there. Down here we've got twist plaques as well. I'm going to stop touching things. You've got twist plaques. Now these are cool because they're kind of, rather than swinging, they're twisting.
Yeah, so you can do both sides. Yeah. So most of these samples I've only decorated one side, but that's just for sample purposes, and I did make quite a few, so
I think these are pretty
time
cool.
got the better of it. But with the twisty ones, you can obviously decorate both sides, and then once you twist it, you've almost got 4 pieces of art, because you can have 4. Look, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. Thinking there, because you were talking about, unfortunately this year you missed out celebrating it's a big anniversary, 20th anniversary.
Yes, it was our 20th wedding anniversary, but couldn't celebrate. So.
Next year, 21st, but you could have a picture, one on each side there, maybe one when you're getting married and one now. Yeah?
One looking happy, one looking serious.
Like 20 years later, like, 21 years. No, we're kidding. Just saying, options. Then, you went in a whole different direction I thought you were going to, Jenny. Then we have, these are nice. So these are your frames. So we're getting the circles and the squares. And then you've got down here the shelf. Are it shelfies? Yeah, shelfies.
Shelfies?
Shelf, I like it. Have I just made that up? Is that
you might have done, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think that's what they'd be called. The shellfish. And then, it's very apt for this day and age. And then we've got the plinth in there as well. So you've got your plinths down below. I just cannot believe all of these, Janie, for £29.95.
I know, it's crazy. It really is.
Okay, I'll tell you the best way to break this down. £1.50 per plaque. £1.50 per project, and it's something we say so often at Hochanda as crafters. The hard thing is finding your next project. You've got 20 projects here.
But I think at this time of year as well, even if you're not going to make them, I mean, they would last you quite a long time if you're making them for yourself. They're at a price point where you can make and sell and make money easily, but also looking towards Christmas, how many gift packs have you got there for other crafters if you break it down, and making gifts for people? It's, you know.
I like where your mind's at, and I also love the samples. I'm just going to pick up a couple. Like here with the frames, that's so good. Now, we have got, if you're looking for the papers used here, you can find them in the new compendium that we're going to be featuring, the new DVD. It's your 4th volume?
Third.
Sorry, I knew that as well. I was thinking through. I don't know why 4 came out of my mouth. It's the 4th.
Third.
Okay. What's wrong with me? I've done that.
It's going to be a good show,
In my head, I'm thinking 3 and 4's coming out of my mouth. I've never had this. All right, so it's been a long day. Details are on your screen. It's a third. I knew you said 4th again. It's a third. $29.95. Look, going to a one-day special. We are really busy for this. 742431, your item number there. We're going to move on, and then we're going to see this in action. By the way, if you do have any questions, please get in touch, studio@hochanda.com. Okay, so now this is interesting. This is a great bundle for you. Originally, I know this was going to be a standalone bundle or elements here. You can get them individually, but come as a bundle as well. This is what we were talking about. Having a look here. Now, this is very special because every time in the past I've worked with Janie and she's featured the 2 previous editions. They've sold out. They've been immensely popular. So what you're getting is the DVD, which Volume 3, so good as a pictorial compendium. We've actually got, what strikes me, Janie, the amount that you are getting in as a resource. So as we start going through, everything I'm showing you here, you will find in your DVD. It is the endless stash. So as long as you have a printer, I mean, that's beautiful.
And everything in there has only been printed once, so I'm not doubling up on anything. That is the complete DVD. I think that, well, there's over 100. I think it could be 117.
Well, look at all of this. And as we go through, now you can get the DVD by itself. If you want that, that's at the bottom of your screen. But as the bundle, you are saving. I love that map. That's
actually, cool. The ones that you're flicking through at the moment are the more boring background ones. But there you go. Now we get.
Okay, I'll try. There's just so many. I'll try and flick through quicker.
For anyone who's got 1 and 2, there's a slight difference with this one.
Yeah.
In that on the other 2, we've had a section called layerables and a section called elements. What I've done on this one is put those 2 sections together to give an extra section of patterns, because postcards. I felt like we needed more multi-directional patterns.
Right.
So we've got that additional section in there as well, and it works well with the other 2 DVDs too. Is it
a bit of a vintage vibe going on? You had sentiments at the start, you had postcard elements, you got background papers, look, beautiful detail. And I know how hard you work, Janie, in compiling the compendium. That's not easy to say. But now, you're not just getting the DVD in this bundle. That's your stash. You're also getting the plaques as well. So with this one, you're going to get the twisting plaques, and you're getting your shelfies in there as well. So we're getting those. And you're also going to be getting your ephemera. Just having a look there. Now, you're getting 3 packs of your ephemera, which is just a delight to work with. And then finally, you've got your stencils in the mix as well. So when you consider all of that, you are saving £7.49, 414 146, your item number. But again, it's another example where your actual saving is bigger, because you can do this for yourself. If you were to buy all the elements individually, the savings that it's already factored into the price. So because there's a saving on the individual options, and that would already be factored in. 414 146 your item number, and there is a freedom price there as well. Janie, how are you feeling? Feeling a little less nervous?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. I'm going to remind everybody of the DVD by itself as we head to our first demonstration. A lot of you are going for the DVD. Say, whenever Janie's brought you, 10% of the stock's gone already? We're 10 minutes into the show, so there's a nice symmetry there. Whenever we've brought these 2, so we had 2 previous volumes and they sold out. It really is a great resource, and I know Janie and Bizarre-Ology have so many fans out there. So you are saving 20% as part of our Black Tag event. Do take advantage. Got one more to show you. If you do want to go for the ephemera by itself, we can do that as well. Getting 3 packs, 3 of each, $11.97 your price, $784,565. And once again, it is another black tag event where you're saving 20%. Janie, should we start having some fun?
We are good to go.
What are we going to do?
If you want to grab, there's a sample down the end, the circle one.
This one?
Right in front of you, yeah. I'm going to do something very similar to that one. I've put lights in that one.
Oh, this is nice. Shall we dim the lights to see it? Should we dim the lights? I'll just show you here. Just that little hue. Oh, we like that. Janie, that's cool.
So I've done it with like a vintage effect. You've got the map behind and the stained acetate to kind of give the idea of, you know, like an antique sample almost.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working towards. And I'll hand over to you, Janie.
So all I've done in preparation is put a little bit of gesso on, because I thought, well, the other bits are more interesting rather than just watching me gesso. So I've made sure that I've gone in round the edges here, because when they stack, you see that inside bit. Okay. If I was gifting this to someone, I would do the back as well, so it's all nice and neat. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the backing paper, and all the papers that I'm using are from the new DVD. So this is just one of the backing ones, which I thought was really handy, just to have an antique map that can go on loads of different things.
I love antique maps. I'll be using that all the time.
So all I'm going to do is use the MDF as a template. Now, I have to say, as soon as I picked up my pencil, it made me think on it. So my flamingo pencil, I got told off after using it last time, Yanis.
Why?
I got told off by my niece.
What did she say?
So me and my niece have this thing where we call flamingos flingos. From when she was little, she couldn't say flamingo. Aww. So she told me off. I got home, she said, Auntie Janie, I can't believe you called it a flamingo. She nearly disowned me. So it's my flingo pencil.
A flingo. Well, that will be the thing for this hour.
You wouldn't think that she's almost 17 now.
Bless her. She'll appreciate this. What's the name?
Shannon.
Shannon. I'm sure she's watching. There we go.
Yes, so like I said, she almost disowned me over that. So all I'm doing is cutting around the outside. Cut the base off. Now, I've got a box by the side of me for all my scraps. Nice. So we may, at some point, just make something with scraps of paper. Nice, don't throw anything away. So you've got the 2 notches here. And when it goes into the stand, I know that I need those notches to be a little bit bigger. So all I'm going to do is 2 little slots, like that. Perfect. And I know that when it slides in, I can cut off the excess so it fits nicely. Nice. So using our glue, I'm just going to go around the outside. We do have the glue on the show if you want to get hold of the glue. It's very good glue. Details are on your screen right now. So $11.99, you're going to get 3 50mm acrylic glues from Bizarre-Ology, 627605. Yeah, so the ones you get are bigger than this one. This is just one of our sample pots, so they are bigger than the one that I'm using. So Janie, speaking of travel, we've got the map there. You should be on a cruise right now teaching. I should be. Should be my 2nd of the year. Yes. It's been a funny old year, hasn't it? But I'm here with you, Yanis. Well, they're winning. What is there to complain about? Winning. Yes, I should be in the Canary Islands right now. That's a nice group. Well, look, something to look forward to next year. Right, I'm just sanding round the edge, give it nice just so that I get it nice and neat. You miss the teaching, don't you, Jane? I do. I love teaching. We were saying before we went live that I work mainly from home anyway, so with lockdown that hasn't changed. But I do miss teaching because I love it. Yeah. So yeah, I do like a fortnightly craft club, as well as I should have been doing a couple of retreats this year and things like that. So yeah, I do miss that. At least you're getting to, I know you've been prolific with your crafting in lockdown. Yes. You've done a lot of crafting. Yeah. And we've got exciting things. I won't say what, but we have got exciting things coming in the new year as well. There are. You will see me again. Yeah, we'll see. Watch this space. Right, all I've used there is some walnut stain just to distress the edges. Now, you won't see much of that because obviously these are going to come inside, but if you see it from the edge, it makes a difference.
Nice.
Okay, so this is the back, so I'm not sure which angle we're at. I might be completely in the way of what people can see, but if I lay it down like that, you can see what I meant about leaving these as flaps. I know that now I cut that off there, then that fits perfectly.
Perfect.
Rather than trying to snip around and get it the right shape.
Okay.
Right, so the next bit, this is where things could go wrong, Yanis, because I have acetate, which I did think once I put it down, I'm not going to be able to find it again. The idea is I'm going to put the acetate behind here and I'm going to stain it down with some alcohol inks, again, to give it that vintage look. Nice. I'm kind of thinking, you know, when you see things in exhibitions, when you go to museums and things are kind of aged.
Stain, aged look,
Yeah. The reason this could go wrong is because I've already had an alcohol ink spillage on the journey.
Really? On the journey? Oh, Janie.
I got here and I was like, it's everywhere.
Oh, no.
So all I'm going to do is take a few kind of grungy colours and a gold mixative. And I'm just going to drop around the edge. Now, we don't know what we're going to get. It's a bit unpredictable, but we'll go with it. I'll probably end up with it all over my fingers. So just a few little drops.
How many shows have you done this year?
I've had less this year actually because of like lockdown and you know I've got 4 hours to travel, so it's
a long journey.
It's not as easy as it is in normal times. But
you're Bristol based, right?
Yeah, well I'm further down than Bristol. Yeah, South Somerset. I'm just putting on a bit of blending solution. Now,
this is looking cool.
I'm going to just stab it down and blend it out slightly before putting a bit more colour on.
I'll tell you something, Janie, it's incredible crafting. You see something that comes to life, you've instantly just aged that by 90 years. I'm
putting a tiny bit of gold in. Actually, I think I need to mix that up a little bit more. You can see where I've had spillages on all of these.
Happens. Just as we're doing that, I've got a little update for you, and this is becoming a regular thing here at Hochanda. We're seeing the numbers and viewers growing every day. 10% of the stock has gone. 10% of the stock? We're only 17 minutes into the launch show, so it gives an indication of how busy we are. Just want to put this into context. You are getting 20 beautiful, beautiful plaques. Each one has their own, you're getting designs, so 2 of each design, so 10 designs, each one their own personality. So whether you wanted to go for the sweet, look at this one. It's one I'm going to move because it's kind of nearest to me, but I love that. If you want to create, imagine like an old sort of pubby sign, putting a statement on there. So we've got the swinging plaques. You're getting 4 of those, landscape and portrait. You're also getting your frames here. So this is what we're working with. They're 3-tiered frames. It works out at £1.50 per frame. Now, I just want to remind you all, I know we're saying £12 saving, but we were talking about the fact that currently we've got a special price on the pick and mix where you're saving £4. If you were to go for all these options individually, because you can get, obviously break this down individually, it would be £49.95 for all of this. You're paying £29.95. So I just wanted to show you that £12 saving. It is actually that you're getting a better saving with it because the price is already reflected, the savings reflected in the price there. 742431, your item number. Okay.
Right, okay, so we've got that stained down now. Okay, so just cool. just the circle, just to make it look like there's been a bit of a bleed in there. And then that will go on the back of here. So I'm just going to put some of our glue round. So the acrylic glue will stick pretty much everything. Nice. So I'll pop that
Janie,
down
I love this technique.
There we go.
Was it a conscious thought to, because you can see that with this bundle you've worked really hard to give each of the sort of designs their own artistic merits?
Yeah, well I was working obviously with, the plaques were dictating partially what I did, and then because I designed the DVD as well and I wanted to really showcase that and work with that, so the two worked really well. I've got a lot of samples here, but I've nowhere near exhausted the DVD.
What I'd be tempted to do, just to let you know, if you're going for the one-day special, the DVD, now you can get the DVD separately, and I think that's what a lot of you are doing. We've actually got it at the bottom of the screen. I mean, $11.99 for the DVD with all those printable elements on there. And you saw, I'm not going to flick through them, I'm just going to show you the thickness. Look at the amount of elements that you are getting. It's the endless stash that you're going to be able to flick through and print out anything that you want. So all of those in your compendium. This is the latest edition, volume 3, so I would be very tempted to go for the one-day special, add this into my order, because Janie, and I know in speaking with Janie before the show, you really were inspired by the compendium, obviously, with this release as well.
Yeah, definitely. They work really well together. And Yanis, you know what I'm like?
Go on.
I have come for demos and I haven't brought paint with me.
What?
Exactly, I'm just working with papers.
Okay.
It's not like me to not have paint. I've got some black gesso.
I've never done a show with you where you haven't had paint.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Times are strange.
It's uncharted territory.
I'm going to leave it to you to pick which moth or butterfly you want. I've
Okay.
used that one
All right.
on the other one.
I think, you know the one above, the large one? There we go.
that one.
I'm drawn to that one.
That's the death's head moth.
The death head moth?
Yeah.
That's a name?
So sorry, I should have said, so I've stuck that one down, that's the one that I stained.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I've also just put a clear bit here, and this one is going to sit on, so it almost looks like it's floating.
I'm sorry, in previous shows, obviously before all the current restrictions, I could have been here helping, doing a bit of fussy cutting for you. I just have to say, we're even divided. It's weird having the screen, isn't it?
It is strange, yeah.
Janie and I were saying, because you're watching your first show here at Hochanda, and you're saying it's odd because you're working with Janice to see how close Janice was standing next to you.
I was about to say, it wasn't odd that I was working with Janice.
No. It's just that
No, it was saved on, you know, where I'd recorded it because it was my first ever show.
Yeah.
And it was with Janice and I watched a bit of it back and I just thought, it's really strange that we were stood so close.
I look forward to the time we can all get close again. Hugs. Miss hugs.
Yeah, you do miss hugging people, yeah. Okay, so I've cut that one out, and again, I'm just going to go around with the Distress ink around the edge. So it just takes off, one, if you've not cut really close, it takes off that white edge, but you always get that white edge from the paper.
Well, was that an email in? Who's it from? Gaz. Gaz is saying he thinks I've got baby brain. I don't know if does that affect dads. I think maybe so.
That's just an excuse, I think.
Gaz, I've been very busy at home. I've been doing a lot of DIY. I think it's had its effect. But this is a good one. Now, Gaz is saying maybe we could use it as a drinking game. If I make a mistake, people have to drink. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. If it was alcoholic, I tell you what, 10 minutes into the show, everyone would be legless.
It could be an interesting
That's a dangerous drinking game. I like the idea. Thank you for the email, by the way.
Right, so I've just stuck that into the centre there,
Uh-huh.
so you can see he looks like he's floating now.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
So the next thing I'm going to do before we finish up, I've got our gleams here.
These are nice.
So this is the new colour,
which
I love.
Ooh.
Cardinal.
Now,
Actually, I'm kind of dressed to match, aren't
If anyone hasn't worked with the gleams before, tell us about the mediums. Why are they so great?
Well, I think we should call them gilding mousse, really, because they are very mousse-like.
Yeah.
You can paint with them as well,
Mm-hmm.
so you can water them down, and they are really heavy in mica. So even if you water them down to paint, you get a really nice
They're
sheen.
rich, they're luxurious, they give you such good coverage, and you'll see that now.
So you don't need much.
No.
I mean, this is in the lid because of travelling, it's kind of tipped up, but I'd normally scrape off on the side. I'm actually going to use a couple of different colours on this.
Mixing it up. Great with I've used them embossing folders, they're great.
Yeah, I mean, these are just lovely. They're a lovely texture to work with.
Mm-hmm.
The colour is intense, the mica is intense, and like I said, even watering them down to paint with, you really get that come through still.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go in with a bit of the gold. So So again, this is the centre one, so I don't need to spend too much time on this one because you will only see a little bit of it peeking through.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
And then we'll go on to this one.
Nice.
So
And the
go-
gleams are proving popular. Details on your screen there. You are getting the brand new colour. Are they all brand new, or
No,
it's just the sherbet?
gold and the green have been in other bundles.
Okay.
But this one is brand new, and obviously the collection together
All right.
work really well, you know, for Christmas crafts
Yeah.
as well as non-Christmas.
Nice. So it was the cardinal's a new colour. The
Cardinal
lime
is
sherbet
new,
and
yeah.
the gold are their sort of favourites that we're bringing back.
There we go. So I've done this in the different order. I've put the gold down first.
Okay. Well, this is looking great.
And you can keep building this up as well. I might even put a bit of the green in with it. Why
Janie,
not?
this is the kind of thing you would discover in a wizarding school. In some sort of dungeon
I think
class.
you've said that before
Have
on
I?
samples I've done, yeah. And I did say, I haven't even
Really?
watched the film.
Haven't you watched the films? Read the books. Read the books. They're great.
Then I was going in with the green as well, and I just think together the colours work really well.
Right.
But yeah, you could, saying that actually, this would lend itself to kind of a crystal ball kind of,
Crystal ball. We had a good one from Emily, our producer, was saying, what about a snow globe?
yes.
Be really good. Good
Yeah.
idea.
So I'm
Well-
happy with that.
You can make it into a porthole.
You could, and I did think about that. I couldn't sleep last night. I never sleep the night before a show, and I did think, oh,
Porthole would
if
be
you
good.
did it
Rusted techniques.
with this glue,
Yeah.
if you were to put dabs of glue all the way around it, leave it to dry, then black gesso over, and then put your gleam on the top, it would
Look like
look like the
rusted.
rivets.
Ah, rivets,
On it,
sorry,
yeah.
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 Love it.
So I am putting these together in this order. So you've got the backing plate,
Yeah,
we'll have this one, and we'll have this one. Now there are other ways to do it as well.
nice.
Say you wanted more space in the middle and you wanted to do some fussy cutting, you
Yeah.
could miss out the middle one and you could have one on the front.
Nice. And then use the middle one on something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could put this back plate in the centre,
Mm-hmm.
have that one on the front and another one on the back, and then you've got two sides again. So you could decorate both sides differently.
Flip
turn
it
it.
around. Yeah.
Or if you've got it in your window, they can see one side from outside the window and one side in.
Oh, I like that. So that's three examples, and I'm sure you'll discover more of how you can use just one of the frames, like this, or the plaque, sorry, the plaque with the frame.
So that's that one put together. And then, there we go. So
That-
you can see he kind of
Hey,
looks
that
like
looks
he's
really
floating.
good. Yeah, love that.
And then the other thing that I'm going to do you want me to carry on, or do you need
Please
to do a
do,
recap?
please do,
while I-
yeah. No, carry on.
So I'm just going to use, actually I'll try and get some of this gilding off my finger before I start using the
If you
papers.
do have any questions, if you want to see anything, we'd love to hear from you. studio@hochanda.com. It's the beauty of being a live show. And thank you so much for tuning in. We are really busy for our one-day special. I know, look, it's 6:30 on a Saturday. You could be, or is it Friday? You could be watching anything right now. It's not going well, is it? But we appreciate the fact that you have tuned in.
Why would you want to watch anything else?
Well, exactly.
So I'm going to put a label on the front here. So I'm turning to our ephemera.
Okay.
So I would go with fly, but if you want to use a different one, you can choose.
I think, no, fly stuck out to you.
Yep.
Let's go for that, yeah.
So I'm actually going to, so this could go straight on and the backing is clear,
Oh, yeah, I like that.
okay? But what I'm going to do is use, this is an offcut of paper I had, so you can see the sheen on it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to put that down first. Oh, look, I wiped my fingers and I've still got a gold fingerprint in it. This is my life, Yanis.
You've just added to the value. A
Yeah.
Janie original with a fingerprint
Yeah.
will be worth a fortune.
So then I'm going to use, I'll probably get more fingerprints on this. Then this one is going to go over the top
Okay.
and I'm going to burnish it down. So you
Yeah.
can see as soon as I start burnishing it down, the difference.
Oh, yeah.
So it's clear and you'll be able to see the sheen
Yeah.
coming through. So I'm
Okay.
just going to cut round that quite simply. Yeah,
Nice.
the ephemera stickers are great with this because you know when you make things and you think just needs something else.
We've all
There's
been
words,
there. Yeah,
there's
just don't
phrases,
finish
there's
it,
all
yeah.
sorts of things.
That final touch.
However, I will admit, and if she's watching, please don't send an email in with the picture, but there are some of these that to me looked a bit like a moustache.
Okay.
So I sent a friend a picture where I
You were actually wearing them.
has a moustache.
Brilliant. Well,
It's crazy times in lockdown.
who was
Yes.
the friend?
I'm not saying.
Because we need to see this picture.
No.
We need to email them in. You know
Oh,
who
no,
you are. Studio@hochanda.com.
I've done that to myself. Did I say that? Right. I'm going to bend this slightly. So just putting my finger under there. Move it along.
We've had a great idea. I
Have
think
you?
that should be the front of your new compendium, the volume 4.
Bit of glue on either side.
Yeah.
So just just lifting it like that. Oh, look at that fingerprint right in the centre.
Okay.
And then if they will fit with more fingerprints, more ephemera just on the side there.
Nice. And you do get such good use out of your ephemera, because I know in previous times when we worked together, if you were to trim down now, you'd obviously use those little bits you trim
Yeah.
away and put them on something else. You don't waste anything,
Let's
do
do
you?
it from the Let's do it from the back. I literally get fingerprints on everything. Like, is it just me?
Yeah, no, not at all.
So there. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So you can see.
Janie, that looks so
No,
good.
He looks like he's floating.
I love
And
that.
I mean, using different papers, you'll get a very different look again. But I just thought, you know, with the old map, the aged effect.
I love it. I really do love that. I'm giggling because the team said if you look in at the moth, apparently the middle bit looked a bit like me with the floppy hair.
I really wondered where you were going.
That's what I had in my ear. The team were like, there you are. Okay, so what we're going to do is just have a quick recap as we let Janie reset. We're going to continue the fun. This is the launch of our brand new one-day special. What we try and do with the one-day special is bring you something that really does stand out, and Janie Bizarre-Ology never disappoint. What you've got here, this is the set for crafters. If you love your mixed media, if you've got your different mediums, so think about your papers, think about your stencils, your stamps, your dies. These are a collection. You're getting 20 blank canvases, but they're in their own right. They really are going to stimulate you from a crafting standpoint. You are not going to be short of ideas. So I love the design. Now you're getting 10 designs, 2 of each. So great opportunity. So if you wanted to put something on a plinth, we've got that. You're seeing the 2 sets of plinths at the bottom. You've also got the twisted frames in there as well, or plaques, I should say. And then this is the shelfies. So obviously they have a shelf, we can put something on display. You're coming up to see the frames, and then we've got the twisted and the swing. So I'm just going to show you, here's the swing, very carefully. You're getting a set of 4 there, and just down below you can see the twisted. So rather than swinging, they twist in the mix too. £29.95 is your price. You're saving £12, but just to reiterate, that £12 saving is based on our special deal we have with a pick and mix. You're actually getting further savings in. Just to put it into context, if you were to buy all of these individually, it would be £49.95. So great price, £29.95 here. It works out £1.50 per project. £1.50 for your swing, £1.50 for your twist, saving £12, 742-431 your item number, and putting these together with volume 3 of the compendium is an absolute win, and we're seeing all of these. By the way, the pick and mix are proving popular too, so you heard me mention it. I'm just going to show you. I did say there was a special price on the pick and mix, so you're saving £4. You can find those. Now, the most popular on the pick and mix is the frames, but I think that's kind of reflecting the fact, obviously, we were using them. I would use all of these. Genuinely, I would use all of these. And the thing is, once you've made 1 or 2, you're going to want to do more. So I fully accept you can go for the pick and mix. Now, you're picking any 2 for $15.98. But when you see it like that, you can either get 2 for $15.98 or doubling up. So $15.98 for 2. If you go for the one-day special, now just saying with the 2, you're getting 8 in total because there's 2 on each. But then for the one-day special, look at that. For $29.95, the price you would pay effectively for 2 of the pick and mixes, you're getting all of this. 742431, your item number. Just to say, you can get options individually as well. The swinging set's proving popular. We're just going to show you the details here. So $9.99 your price there, $479,907 your item number. Then we got the twisting. This is nice actually because you get to see, you're getting all of these in the complete collection. You're getting a set of 4 here. You get to appreciate the merits, the design merits of each. So you've got that twisting aspect there, perfect for, think about how you do your toppers, putting sentiments on that twisting aspect in there. Then we have our frames. This is proving popular. 20% of this stock individually for your frames is what we've been using, 663473. And then we have the plinths for you. Just going to show you the plinths. There you go. $9.99 your price, $524,988 your item number for the plinths. And then finally, the shelfie. So the shelfie affording you that shelf to put something on. $9.99 the price there, 616,980. Okay, we're going to head back to Janie and continue the fun. What we're going to do, Janie?
This is just a simple demo with a couple of print-offs from the DVD.
Okay.
So I often have, you can see here, I keep little boxes of kind of homemade ephemera.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see with these, nice and glossy. But I tend not to, I mean, you could say, well, you could just print that onto a photo paper, high gloss photo paper. It's quite expensive and it uses quite a lot of ink.
Yeah.
I've just printed onto some normal paper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to back and I'm going to put it in a laminator sheet. Okay. Bear with me.
Bear with me.
Right. Pop the laminator up.
I've
got a very short cable on this one, so I will try and do it in view. So what I want is one shiny side.
Yeah.
And then, because sometimes, depending on what glue you're using, it could be quite difficult to stick on the back if it's also shiny. So we're doing one-sided lamination.
Okay.
So I've got a few samples dotted around where I have used this. It also gives the paper strength as well. So if you want something, say you're going to do some fussy cutting and you need, say, one of the birds to kind of stand up on its own,
give it some
you know, you might
substance.
not want to be putting expensive paper through if you're printing a lot. I mean, I print a lot. But laminating it like this, just a cheap laminator, which at some point I'll show people how to do foiling with as well, which we can do again from the DVD if you print off things like sentiments, and then you can foil
bit of foiling. Just
laminator,
let you know, with regard to the compendium, 20% of the stock has gone. So here's the compendium. It is volume 3. Whenever we brought it to you in the past, so volumes 1 and 2, they've sold out, always been popular. So if you're a fan of Bizarre-Ology and Janie, I mean, for $11.99, endless stash. You've also got, I love Mini Janie, helping you through every step of the way there. If I pop that down for a second, I will show you the amount you are getting. Now this is all the elements printed out. Look at all of this in your compendium. Are you able to see that? I mean, all of that. I'm not showing that very well at all. Let me try this way. Let's try here. So you go through, I mean, these are very cool images. You've got backing. Oh, look at that. So, and I like the fact the actual tones as well, they've got a bit of a vintage sort of nostalgia. We've got old maps coming through. I'm just being very quick, just get you to the back. And then you've got your postcards, you've got your little stamp elements, you've got your words, all of those included in there. It's very good. I've had a proper flick through and beautiful design.
I really enjoyed designing them.
Yeah.
So I take original elements from mainly the 18th century.
Okay.
No, sorry, 19th century, 1800s.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of time sourcing images and then a lot of time cleaning them up, adjusting them, and then I start on the digital collage. So there is a lot of work in it. So I'm just going to show you, when you laminate, you know how it kind of seals it all the way around the edge? So I'm just going to cut that off, which parts the two. which means the fronts are laminated and the backs are plain paper.
Okay.
So again, you've kind of got a twofer with one laminating sheet as well.
Lovely.
Another thing you can do is turn them into stickers if you want to.
Okay.
So I'll do half and half maybe. And this is just double-sided sticky sheet. And let's see if I can, I've got no nails, I might not be able to peel it off. Sing and dance while I'm doing this, Yanis.
Jenny, it's a rookie mistake, chopping your nails before the show.
I never have nails because there's always paint under them.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
Right, so I normally stick one edge like that and then peel it back.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so now you could either keep it as a sheet like that, or, you know, in the evenings when you sat down watching telly, just start cutting them out and then you've made your own stickers then.
Beautiful.
They're ready to go.
Uh-huh.
This is one of the print-offs from the DVD. There's a couple of different postcards in there. So this echoes, I can't remember whether it was 1 or 2 on the DVD, where you've got the plain postcards, and then these, obviously I've put elements in there for you.
Really like that.
So I'm gonna, let's go for a simple one to cut out, just for
If you
speed.
do want to go for volumes 1 or 2 of the compendiums, you can find those on our website, so we have got those as well.
You should see as well, when I'm designing, how many prints I have to do, because I'll design, I'll print it, look at it and think, need to change that, change it, print it again. So I've got a whole stack at home for my own projects of, you know, partially finished designs. So I just want to do 2 to show you the difference in what you can get. So imagine that this is on a finished piece or it's on a card. Because we're only sticking the centre, we can pop the centre down, pull the wings up, and because you've given it that extra body with the lamination, that will stay. And you've got the sheen with it as well.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
Then obviously the difference with this one and I'm not going to bother trying to cut the antenna out.
No, fair enough.
But you can draw that in if you want to, just a fine line. Do you like my very small fussy cutting scissors?
Now, I know our pick and mix is proving popular as well, so if you do want to go for the pick and mix and have a little look, there is still a saving there, and details are on your screen, $15.98, and you get to pick any 2, but obviously in each set you're getting 2, so you're actually getting 8 plaques in total by picking 2. 028923, your item number. I'm keeping an eye on the time, Janie.
Okay, how long have we got?
We've got about just over 10 minutes, so we might be able to squeeze another demo with the plaques.
Yep, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then, so I'll put that one down there. So 2 ways of using the same thing, but it just gives you, because of that sheen, it just gives you another element to it, another texture.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can set up to do another
demo. Should we do that? Okay, very quickly, I'll just let Janie get set. Do you know what? Should we have a look at some samples? Because have a look here, and it will give you, I mean, Janie's done such a good job with all of these. So we're going to have a little look and show you just the tip of the iceberg. Are we up here? If we just, can I just come across here, Marcus? I'll tell you why. Because this is one of the twisters. So look, I mean, that's very cool. You've got adventure, the frog, friendship there. So you can see how that works. You've got your frame here. So this one over here is the frame. You can put lights with the frame as well. I'll just try and fit that out. There you go. Well, oh, that's nice. And the frames, they really do work very well. And they give you that space to put the lights through. Now you can imagine that in your mantelpiece. So each one of these has its own merit. We've got the frames, you've got the twists, you've got the swing, which we started with there. You've also got, and you're getting multiples of each as well. You've got your plinths. If we just scroll down, you'll be able to see the actual plinths as well, or the shelfies, sorry, which you can see here. Shelfies are great for putting little bottles, little details on there, and then we've got our plinths in there as well. So lots and lots and lots. Tea lights, great as well. Battery operated tea lights, fantastic. $29.95 your price. You're getting 20 MDF stand-ups. Seeing them all here, all of this in your home, that is 20 projects to do. I mean, if you are looking for your next project, and I'll guarantee you one thing, once you make one, you want to do more. So stocking up on those 20, I think that is going to be a great way to really build up your stash of projects to do. 742431, your item number. Don't forget, there is a pick and mix option as well. So if you do want to go for pick and mix, you're picking any two, you get 8 in total. They're $15.98 your price, 028923. Very, very quickly, we also have the Compendium bundle. Let me just grab this here. So we also have the Compendium. This is volume 3 of your Compendium with the bundle. So you're getting your plaques, you've got your twist and your shelfies in there as well. You're also getting the ephemera and you're getting the stencils. All that for $42.44. What we're noticing, and there is a freedom price there as well, what we are noticing, a lot of viewers are actually adding the Compendium individually into their orders. So if you're going for the one-day special, it's well worth considering. I mean, when you consider $19.10 for your first flexi payment, everything you're getting, I'll just have a very, very quick flick through your Compendium because Janie kindly has printed out the complete Compendium. I mean, look how thick that is. All of these elements, and each one, Janie's worked incredibly hard to bring you. So you've got elements from the 19th century. This is cool. So as you go through, being able to have this as a resource, I mean, how beautiful is that? As a resource, at your fingertips, and I am skipping pages here, so that you're getting a lot within it. You've got your maps, you've got your florals in there. There you go, all of that. Okay, so there we go. That you can buy individually or as part of our bundle. We're going to jump to the website as we head back to Janie. You can see there are lots of goodies to be had, so do have a look. Whether you want to go for the plaques individually, if you want to go for the one-day special, if you want to go for the pick and mix, either way, or any way you choose to shop, you will not be disappointed. And you never are. With Bizarre-Ology, I know Janie's got such a big fan base out there. The thing with Janie, I think what makes it so special every time you come here, you're a crafter and you bring us stuff that excites you. And I think if it excites you, it's going to excite everyone at home as well, Janie.
Yeah, there's no point if I don't love it.
Yeah, good.
You know, I'm not going to sell it if I don't love it.
I like that. Right, what are we going to do?
Right, okay, so I'm taking one of the stand-up plaques. Okay. So it's one of the square ones, and it pieces together like that. So all I've done while you were going down the counter is just cut out for the backing, like we did on the circle one. Pop a little bit of glue around.
Nice.
Now there's different ways of using these stand-ups. They were designed with the idea, like I said, that they stand up and they've got the flat top, so you can pop a tea light on there if you want to. You can pop another plaque on top of there, so you can stand it up. I think I've got one almost in front of you where I've put 2 plaques together. Just to the right of you, there's a circle on the top, right a bit there.
Yeah. Oh, you put those two together?
The 2 on top of each other, yeah.
Ah. We just have a look here. I'll show you. It's that one there. So popping the circle, can we see that? There you go. That's very clever, Janie. So you got the giraffe sort of spanning across the 2. Oh, I love that. That's very clever. It shows that you can use different plaques together.
And with the DVD as well, it gives you the option to print at full size A4, A5 and A6. So you get even more use out of it, like some of the sentiments and things like that. I can show you here these little labels that I've cut out. So that's full size, and then A5 would print them down at that size, and then even smaller again. So depending on your project, you know, you can get real use out of them.
Nice.
Right, so just put the backing on like that. I'm going to keep this one quite simple. Pop a little bit of glue between the notches.
Okay. Got about 5 minutes.
Okay, and that one goes in there. So what I did was when I cut the paper from the A4 sheet, I left a bit at the top and a bit at the bottom, because when I fit that on there, it will look like it all joins up. So I'll just get rid of the excess. Bit of glue along the bottom. Sorry, it's a bit of a funny angle to do it to show the camera.
It's okay.
So I'm not going to cut that off quite yet, because if I go to do that, that bit's going to fall off. Yeah. This is a support that goes in the back, okay? Right. So that's what supports the top.
Nice.
So again, glue in between the notches and just slot that in and glue along the top.
Yeah.
Then the top bit goes on, snaps on like that.
Nice and sturdy.
And then again, cut off the excess. What I should have done actually was draw around this before I put it on. So I'm just gonna whip that off before the glue sets, and I'm just gonna cut around it.
Nice to house if you've got any trophies at home. Nice plinth for it.
Yeah, and also one of the other samples, I did it in reverse, so it's like a shelf. So I made some little mini books to go on there. I'm not sure where it is on the set.
No, we've got it.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
there.
in front of you. Oh.
Sorry. Just down there. Oh, that is clever. Cool.
So yeah, we like things where there's, you know, there's different ways of using them. So pop the glue around the top. Ooh.
Nice.
Like that.
Okay.
Trim the excess off. Now what I would do is sand around the edge, but because obviously the glue's not dry yet, if I go to do that, it might come apart. Okay. So I can finish that bit off later.
Okay. Well, you're back at 8 with Paola. So
I am.
Nice one to finish off there.
So I'm going to use, I pre-did some of the butterflies like we did on the last demo with the laminator. So all I'm going to do, I want to keep this quite simple to show, because I've done a lot of fussy cutting on a lot of the examples, and I don't want people to think that they all have to be really complicated and take a lot of time. So just popping those on there like that.
Oh, that's pretty.
And then sentiment, what should we go with?
What's standing out to you?
Life is what you make it. There's going to be a fingerprint on it. Life is what you make it.
Life
Dream
is
big.
what you make it.
Let's pop that in the centre. Burn the shit down. How long have we got?
You've got a minute and a half.
Right, okay. And then I want to put a tea light on the top. So I think let's have the dream.
You put that straight onto the tea light?
Put that straight onto the tea light.
Ah.
Now what I've done on some of the others, obviously I've still got some paper left here, so I could trim that, wrap that around and then put it on.
Okay.
Okay.
I know, just for time.
But yeah, just to keep it simple.
Janie, and that you weren't really ready for that. You've just literally off the top of your head come up with that, and it just shows you what you can achieve. It's such a good bundle, and it's a bundle where I'd be thinking, as a crafter, we look for the, and I think sometimes, I just talk from my own experience, the struggle is finding your next project. Here you've got 20 projects. They're beautiful in their own right. The frames, the swing, the twist, the shelfies, the plaques, or the plinths I should say. But then being able to dip into your stash, the papers, mediums, stencils, dyes, all those goodies you have in your stash, we can use here, and all those fun mediums too. Thank you so much, Janie.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I've missed working with you. So you're going to be back at 8 with Power?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Look forward to that. Do make sure to tune back in at 8. I know Janie's got loads more that she wants to share with you. And also remember to tag Janie in on social media and Bizarre-Ology. She always loves seeing what you make as well. Thank you so much, Janie. And thank you for your company.